I think KAngel is not 100% wrong about individualism. I think individualism is a little bit has more merit than just finding what you like. KAngel says, "Oh yeah, just find what you like." When you go to a museum, you see an art piece and then you interpret what you think of that art piece. And then that's what makes you an individual. You have these different thoughts to different reactions to the media. And she says that music and all this stuff shows your individual taste. But no, in my opinion, she is onto something though. She is onto something. But the thing is like for me with anime, right? A lot of people watch anime now. That's not unique. It's not hip or whatever the fuck. It's not weird not as weird anymore. But back in the days, it was a little bit more weird, but I didn't think it was weird at all. I thought it was something that was gonna trend, something that I liked. Who gives a fuck what other people think? Period, right? But at the same time, you can't give in to the hobby. You can't obsess over it. So for me, it would seem like I am obsessed. And yes, at one point in time, you realize your obsession, and then you got to pull back a little bit, because now you're not really an individual. You're just part of the sheep, or you're part of the flock, and you're just a tourist, or more or less, you're an otaku. Okay, so so what you are is no longer who you were because of your hobbies, because of your likes. You're simply getting brainwashed into it. Consumerism type shit. But that's the thing about animes, though. You can extrapolate so much from it. And what I do is I don't try to allow animes to uh, change my mind or change my perspective, but rather I just take all the good from anime. Let's say the joy, the fun, and in general, I'm pretty emotionless. So it doesn't affect me if like a really sad part comes on, you know what I'm saying? Who wants to be sad anyways? But no, I can just see what goes on and be like, "Oh, that was a good story. That was this and that." And if there's something that is factual, then I'll be like, "Oh, I can actually relate to that. I can actually, have a point of view, etc." So when it comes to animes, I try not to obsess with it, nor do I try to allow it to brainwash me politically. There's like propaganda in everything, guys. Okay, and music too. Music is meant to manipulate you. Is meant to make you feel certain feelings. Like let's say if I play Mozart, you're gonna feel a little bit smarter. Versus if you play some crazy jungle rap music, you're gonna feel like you're in a hood type shit. So yes, all these things that you like to a certain extent doesn't make you an individual, but those things. So here's what I'm saying: those things can make or break you if you allow them to drown you. That's what happens with these damn hobbies, is that you will drown in them and you will lose yourself. Okay, they will take over. So I think K Angel, to a certain extent, she's right. She's like, oh yeah, just know what you like, and the way you react is what makes you an individual, but not necessarily. You have to control your actions. And like, to a certain extent, these guys were like pissed off, and I'm thinking like, nah, man. I think one has to be able to get better, progress, work out, self improve. Not use anime for cope. Don't use music to cope. Don't even use music for motivation if you can help it. It's a good. It's like, it's a good first starter if you need it. Just to get you going. But at the end of it, you don't need music for motivation. You don't need all these things for self-preservation. You shouldn't use animes for cope, but rather it should just be part of just your life to enjoy, and that's it. It's not gonna be your life. That's where I think a lot of people go wrong. It's like, bro, okay, enjoy what you love what you love, but don't allow it to consume you. Be who you are, and who you are is just self-improving every day. Learning, health, getting healthy, working out, having a workout regimen, eating right, being in a positive mindset, and just always trying to push to be a better person, to yourself, to your family. Just, bro, if you have that in mind and then do like watch animes and stuff or go to work, all this stuff, those things won't consume you. That's all I'm saying, man. KAngel is not necessarily wrong, but I think all these other social media stuff, music and animes, they're there for you to enjoy, not for them to consume you.